Now at 4, coronavirus cases skyrocket. The new numbers and the new push to stop the virus from spreading further in the tri-state.
Plus, a false sense of security. Why the CDC now thinks it is not just older adults who could be at risk. Plus, shopping shut down. Every single indoor mall in our area is just 4 hours away from closing their doors. Good afternoon. I'm Natalie Pasquarella.
And I'm Stephen Holt. We're doing our best to keep you informed, and there's no easy way to say this. The numbers are still climbing in the tri-state. Nearly 5,000 now. More than 3,600 cases are confirmed in the 5 boroughs. Today, we anticipate the mayor will make his decision whether or not to ask residents to shelter in place. Also today, Governor Cuomo ordering 75% of the state's workforce to stay home. We put together this graph to show you here. This is showing the rapid rate of the spread. This is only counting the city. In just 24 hours, the number of cases has jumped by more than 1,600.
In the meantime, there were long lines at schools all across the city today as families went out to pick up their books and tech to make the switch to online learning for the rest of this school year. We have you covered this afternoon with team coverage in place. Let's start with News 4's Andrew Siff, who is live at City Hall. Andrew, I understand you have some new information from the mayor as we await his press conference.
Right. Any moment now, the mayor will be speaking inside City Hall. We won't be in there today. They've even changed the format of the briefings to really exaggerate the social distance and to really emphasize the dire situation here in terms of trying to control the density in the tri-state area. There may not be a shelter in place as ordered. The governor has said that won't happen, but it's really a semantic argument. Both the state and the city are going to be urging New Yorkers to stay at home unless they have to go out. Alejandro Ramos of the Bronx stood in a mostly empty Grand Central and headed for work, despite new advice from the city, state, and federal government to stay home.
How many people really want to follow that, you know, when you got to try to make a living somehow?
Everybody needs to keep 6 feet, please!
And at schools like this one in Jackson Heights, more people out and about instead of at home. These are parents lined up for math books and laptops. The city promising available technology to every family so online learning can begin. Some left today empty-handed.
Unfortunately, we do not have the technology at this moment.
Governor Cuomo continued to say today there will not be a strict shelter in place for New York City.
It's not going to happen. Well, I hear it is going to happen. I said, but I know, but I would have to do it. And I'm telling you, I'm not doing it.
And yet the governor acknowledged efforts to reduce density are not working quickly enough to protect hospitals from an anticipated crush of critical cases. Today, the governor ordering businesses to only allow 25% of workers in the office. Meanwhile, the mayor has said he's likely to embrace a voluntary directive like San Francisco, allowing key staples of life, like the laundromat, to stay open.
People need it, so it's life important thing, so I guess it's a good solution.
As for the hospitals, the realization that all of the measures so far aren't enough to prevent a surge in the days ahead.
There still might be a just overwhelming number of patients that are coming to our ERs, and hopefully we're able to provide them the help that they need.
The big fear with the hospitals is that they'll have enough ventilators and enough masks to protect the doctors and the nurses, because those cases are going to surge in the coming weeks. How can you know? Well, the governor only implemented his 50% directive for workforces yesterday, changed it to only 25% of workers allowed to go in today, before it even took effect. An acknowledgement that even at the state level, they know so far the density control is not enough. Live at City Hall, Andrew Siff, News 4 New York.